Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel if you're a subscriber, and welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new to this space. It's a girl sew by Babel. In today's tutorial I'll be illustrating how to make this beautiful trendy crop top with a front zipper and a puff sleeve. Note that we'll be drafting the front pattern and the back pattern separately. So let's go ahead to make our horizontal line is where we'll be taking our vertical measurement from. So from this lines that I just drafted now, we'll be taking all our vertical measurement from it, such as our armhole. So my armhole divided by 2 is going to give me 8, and I added half an inch just for ease because this is a crop top and it's a very free top. So I went ahead to mark out my shoulder measurement divided by 2, of course. So I went ahead to mark out my shoulder measurement also as my armhole length. So I went ahead to draft this out, and I went ahead to take my armhole measurement length just like this to draw out in an horizontal line like this. So after doing this, I will then go ahead to mark out all my vertical measurements, like my bust point, my under bust, my waist length, and my top length. Note that you can use any length of your choice for this top, but I think I used 15 inches, I think 15 and a half thereabouts, but you can make yours longer or shorter depending on your preference. So after doing this, I'll go ahead to confirm my measurement, and after confirming my measurement, I'll go ahead to divide my armhole in 2, where I'll be making my armhole curve. So after doing that, after dividing my armhole in 2, I went in by half an inch on the equal part of this armhole. So I used my curve ruler to curve my armhole, and you can use freehand if you're very good at it, but I went ahead to curve my armhole just like this. The part where I divided it by 2 is the part that goes in just like this, and after doing that, I will go ahead to take my neck measurement. So I'll be using a neck width of 3.5 and a neck depth of 1.5, that's 1.5. So I went ahead to take my shoulder slope, which is just 1 inch. Just mark out 1 inch and connect it to your neck width, and after doing that, I went ahead to curve out my neckline. You can use freehand like I said earlier if you are very good at it, but I decided to use my curve ruler to curve out my neckline. So after curving out my neckline, I went ahead to take my body measurement just like this. So before doing that, I noticed that my top length line was not very straight, so I just decided to readjust it to make sure it is straight, just like you see me do. And I'm very sorry that you can't see the other parts of this fabric. Apparently the camera didn't capture that side, and I'm very sorry about that. So after doing that, I just went ahead to mark my dart intake because I'll be using a dart intake for this piece. So I marked out my dart intake on my top length and also my under bust measurement. So I just marked it out like that. So I'll go ahead to add 2 inches to my original measurement divided by 4, and I'll just connect it to the waist measurement just like this. Note that the 2 inches is also added to the waist measurement as well. So we'll just go ahead to cut this out like this, and I'm adding 2 inches because I'll be turning this with a lining, and also because it's not a body fitted top. It's a very free and comfortable top, so you don't want to make it so too fitted. So at this point, we'll go ahead to fold our fabric in 2 as well and measure 1 inch from up to bottom. Now we'll just make a vertical line also like this. Just mark out 1 inch, and this 1 inch space is for the front zipper. So just place your back piece on it like this, on the line, the vertical line you made earlier. Just place your back piece like this, and then use your tailor's chalk to mark out all your necessary measurements. So for the front piece, I added half an inch to the shoulder length, and that will be used for the turning and all. So I went ahead to cut out my fabric. You don't need to take another measurement again because you've done that on your back piece. So just go ahead to use your back piece to cut out your front piece. So I went ahead to mark my shoulder line because the neck depth and width for the front piece is a little bit different from the back. So I went ahead to mark 2 inches for my neck depth for the front and 3.5 for the neck width, and I just went ahead to curve it out just like this. Note that you can use a wider neck width or neck depth as you want according to your preference, and also you can use any neckline of your choice, but for this crop top we'll be using a round neckline. So our top is almost ready. So I just went ahead from the vertical line I marked. I went ahead to mark out the dart intake rather. Sorry, I marked out the dart intake, and the dart intake is taken like the normal dart intake, the normal one. That's your nipple to nipple divided by 2 from your middle piece. So after doing that, I'll just go ahead to use my scissors to open up the joint space. That is where the zipper will be lying on. So the body piece is ready like this. So we'll just go ahead to cut out the sleeve measurement, the sleeve for this piece. And like you all know, I like using freehand to cut out my sleeve. It's much more easier for me to use a freehand to cut out sleeve. So I just went ahead to mark my sleeve round, that is my armhole. I used my armhole measurement to cut this out, and I'll use my cap size as well. My cap size is about 3.5, so I'll just use that to still use it to cut a freehand sleeve. So I'll be adding a lot of allowance, like about 3 or 4 to 5 allowance from my normal sleeve round measurement, and that's because this sleeve is a puff sleeve. So we'll be adding a lot of allowance. You can add as much as you want. You can make it very big, you can make it smaller according to your preference. So after doing this, I went ahead to notch the middle point because I'll be attaching that middle point first before making the pleats. So I marked out my sleeve length, and after marking out my sleeve length, I went ahead to join all of this piece together, and this is the beautiful crop top you have here. It's so beautiful. You can pair this with a jean, you can pair this with a skirt, you can pair this on a top, on a gown. Yes, you can put on a bodycon dress and just put this on and open up your zipper. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you learned something from watching this video. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell, so whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to get. Bye.